Hi everybody, how you doing today? Well, my today's video is my spiritual journey. And this one's going to be about why I feel so unmotivated. I don't know, but have you been feeling like a slowing down, not wanting to do as much as you used to do? There's a reason for it. Now, I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of the solar flares that are impacting the planet. But anytime there's a solar flare that impacts the planet, it reverberates throughout the whole planet. And there are going to be some, how would you say, signs that you're going to feel from these solar flares. And don't get me wrong, these flares are divine intervention. That's right. There is a paradigm shift happening on the planet. And people are fed up, but they're slowing down. You're going to notice just not wanting to go out as much, mingle or intermingle with people as much. Maybe stick to your circle, as I call it. There's also what I call forgetfulness. Now, this might be one of the biggest things that you're having a difficult time dealing with. You're going to be noticing that your past is beginning to fade away. Now, let me repeat that again. You're going to notice your past forgetting to fade away. It will be fading away. You won't be remembering as much. And there's a reason for it. Beside the lack of motivation, the past. These energies that are coming on the planet are extremely strong right now. And if you try to think about the past, you'll just notice that you just can't quite remember the things you used to remember. That's right. The one thing this paradigm shift is showing is the past is kind of like fading away from you because there's a new future coming. You can't remember the past. The past is old programming, as I call it. We must learn the new programming. So this so-called paradigm shift, many people are experiencing hardships that weren't meant to last, financials to set them in place. When you're making a profit over somebody's future, then yes, you're going to feel that karma from it. Anything that is in a negative aspect is going to be showing up much more in your life. So like I always say, it's time for change. Change comes from within. And those that don't want to change will continue the same path they've always been on. Much may not even change, but you will begin to start to notice that people are going to start disappearing out of your reality because they've chosen a different path. It's hard to think that the universe is consciousness itself. That's why I've always told you guys that you are gorgeous creators. When your heart and mind are balanced and in positive way of helping humanity, of helping whoever you decide to come by. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to, give all your money away, but God does check on you sometimes. If you can't give $5 or $10 to a homeless person, who are you going to give it to? Those homeless people, they're angels. Not all of them, but they're there to see where you stand alongside God. So I know that our Creator is in control of what's going on. And right now, He's going to see who's the wheat and who's the chaff. Who wants to come next to Him and who doesn't. It's not a bad thing. I mean, if that soul's not ready for our Creator to step alongside Him, walk with Him, it's fine. God's okay with that because everybody has a choice. It's called free will. And this is something I'm going to bring up in a lot of my videos. Free will is your choice to choose where you want to be. Here in your heart, in your mind. And I'm going to tell you, there are different realities running on the planet side by side. Because those people that are negative and just want to bring bad things to them, they're going to experience that tenfold on themselves. You may be looking at somebody, not understanding why they're acting the way they are, because their reality is different than yours. Some of them don't even see you in their reality. You could walk by, say, 20 people, and out of those 20 people, maybe 7 of them notice you, but the rest are just continuing on in their own reality. It's strange how my angel showed me this one time. I was going into a gas station. And I'm not going to say what gas station it was because it really doesn't matter. But I was standing off to the left. For some reason, my angel parked me to the left side of the door where there was nobody. There was nobody behind us or to the side of us, but there was about 3 people in line. And one of the middle person or the end person had a lot of, I don't know, tattoos. And, you know, tattoos to me is a choice. I don't down people because they have tattoos, because there's a purpose for every one of their tattoos. But always remember that tattoo brings that memory back, even though you want to move on to a better life. You have to deal with those. Not after you leave, though. After you leave, your slate will be wiped clean. But anyway, this being, I noticed he started shaking and his foot started tapping on the floor more. And all of a sudden, he'd just look at me and look around like I wasn't even there. And the more I stood there, the more he started getting more anxious and like looking around to see who's there. He knew something was there. He just didn't know what. This was a negative being. And before it was all done and said, this being finally walked out. He looked at me just as he was walking out and didn't even see me. He just kept walking right out the door. So other people's lives or their realities will be different than what you see in your reality. And I wish I had this. A lot of the sci-fi shows that I watch show little clips of what my angels would have me remember, and I would understand why this particular chapter in this, like Star Wars or Star Trek. This one that I'm talking about is about Deep Space Nine. And I'm going to say something about it because it's important. I'm not sure what chapter it was, but it was the one where they flew into a wormhole. And Cisco and the girl that had the thing in her, I don't remember her name, but anyway, they flew into this wormhole. And all of a sudden, the wormhole, he's seen like lightning and dark clouds and maybe a little storm off to the to the edges, and she could hear him talking. But when she stepped out of the ship, she seen a beautiful landscape, beautiful trees, mountains, and so forth. That's because her inner heart was much different than Cisco's. That's why I always say, try to head toward the light. It was a captivating moment that made me realize how each person sees their reality to the next person. So choose your reality with love, and yours will be bright and beautiful and gorgeous. Choose a path into the dark side, and you will experience that in full-fledged darkness. The people that you hang with right now, your circle is going to get a little smaller because you don't want to deal with them anymore because you're tired of their, throwing you under the bus, the bullshit, lies behind your back. You don't need to be with those people. There's better ones, much better ones out there. So your circle is going to shrink a little. And this unmotivation is something that's affecting everybody. And you can talk to your friends about it. They're just like, they don't feel like doing much because God is slowing everything down. He is slowing everything down on the planet, and He's going to let you decide whether you want to walk alongside Him or you want to continue on your path, the one that you think or is what you want to experience. Your motivation will slow down, and you're going to start feeling more sensitive. This is another factor of what is the paradigm shift on the planet. You're going to start feeling more sensitive. Chemicals will not be a favor of yours anymore. You're going to start looking for unscented things. Okay? You're going to start looking for things that have very little smells to them. Because your nose is going to get tenfold more sensitive. Your eyes are going to get more sensitive. You're going to start wearing more sunglasses normally. Your strength is going to feel like it's getting weaker. But that comes with age. And there's so much that I've experienced, but everybody's experience is going to be a wee bit different. And I can tell you what I've experienced. Ever since I switched my diet and went organic, now I'm not totally organic, okay? But I eat more organic than I've ever eaten all my life. And actually, I didn't start eating it till like about 10 years ago. Since I started eating organic, my health has gotten a whole lot better. I used to be on cholesterol medicine, and even though I wasn't like big or anything, it was because of my family history. And when I started eating organic, I cut meat out, and a lot of the processed foods, none. Cheese, no more. I eat a lot of plant-based foods now, and my health has gotten a whole lot better. And but eating and eating the right food and doing the right things is good, but you got to get out in nature. You got to get out and walk, because when you stop motivating, I'm 65, and I've learned that if you stop motivating, it gets tougher. It gets tougher to lift things. It gets tougher to bend over. Get out in nature and do your power walks or whatever you got to do. But always try to exercise some degree. every day if you can, or every other day somehow. I mean, a lot of us are retiring now, so I get the time to do it. I make time to do it. That's right. You got to make time to do it. So your sensitivity is going to get way, way more sensitive. Your smells, you're going to be out and you're going to smell something and look around and think, where's that smell coming from? And it may be like a whole field over on the other side of the field. There are some flowers and you're actually smelling them all the way across the field. Yeah, you may think it's why you're getting more sensitive, but you are going to get more sensitive. I'm telling you right now, you are. When your heart door begins to open, you're going to start getting more sensitive. You're going to start feeling a few body aches. Now, God is always working on you 24/7. Even those angels are working on you 24/7. And a lot of times it's at night when you're sleeping and when you guys are out of your body traveling around. I know you may not think that, it's possible, but you are a spiritual being in that body. And that's the rental unit you picked. You customized it. You gave you that color of hair, what you would look like as you got older. It's an amazing journey, but it's a tough one at that. A lot of people that, you can change your path and make it a better path. But I can tell you, being well off is perfectly fine. I didn't come here to bellish in the riches of this world. I came here to free this world from the darkness that has been holding on to it. My gifts will come after I leave here. Because God gives amazing gifts to those who help the world at large. So sensitivity is going to be one thing that you're going to notice. You're going to notice your muscles are aching a little more. But once you start doing your exercises, your power walks, they'll get better. Yes, they will get better. You're going to notice your feet getting more sensitive. This is something I had to change my socks to a softer sock because I felt it in my shoes, and I've had to change my shoes. It's the little things that you feel. Do the things that make you feel better. Do those first. It's about you, okay? This paradigm shift is about you. So make sure you're comfortable, you feel good, buy lighter clothes. That's what I did. I'm more pastels than I used to be, like the darker colors. I'm more pastels. I just like them. Remembering the past. This is another thing that's going to affect you. Is trying to remember the past. You'll get mad at yourself because you remembered it, but for some reason you just can't remember it. It's okay. Take a step back and just take a deep breath, okay? And just wait and see if the answers come to you. Remember, you got guides helping you and angels helping you. If it doesn't come to you, then it was nothing to worry about. Just let it go and move on. Oh yeah, I've been mad at myself for forgetfulness, and it isn't like my mundane things I have to do through the day or appointments I have to keep. It's remembering the past. That's what gets me a little irked. Yeah, because I just can't remember. I barely remember my past. So I want you guys to know that this will be affected to some degree. And don't worry, you're not going nuts, okay? No, you're not. You're not losing your mind. But I do believe that you need to talk to your angels and your guides. And each of you have them. You don't have to say a word. They read all your thoughts. Just tell them inside what's bothering you. And watch what happens. It's going to be, dancing in the dark is, is what we're going to be doing. Well, we've been doing that for a while. But the light's coming now. And you'll be able to see more and more about the things that were hidden from you, kept from you. The people only wanting power for themselves instead of helping humanity. This is what you must notice. And you will. You will begin to notice this. Everybody will. That's my short brief on forgetfulness and unmotivated. Yes, you will become more unmotivated. That's because God needs to slow your ass down. Excuse my French. So he can see where you truly want to be. Whether you want to walk alongside him or just go continue your path. Everybody is making this decision, whether you know it or not. So don't worry about unmotivated. And one other thing I got to talk about: sleep. The flares that are coming on the planet they're not like bustering strong, but they are consistently strengthening. So sometimes you'll get home and you just feel whipped. Take a nap. Drink some water. Take a nap for an hour or two, and you will feel a lot better when you wake up. It's integration. That's right. Those solar flares are integrating new light within your body, within your DNA. All that junk DNA they told you about, well, there's a purpose for it. God knows what it's there for, but they do not. So when you feel tired, rest. That's the one thing. Drink water and rest. Set your alarm for an hour or two and see how you feel after you wake up. And when you go to bed or when you go to rest, ask your angels to help. It always helps. My angels always help me. Even though I don't really see what they do all the time, I know they're there. So, unmotivated. Yes, you're going to feel a little bit more of it. As we move more into this year, a lot of people are going to slow down. They're going to cut the chunky fat friends off. And I'm talking chunky fat as far as their heads. Because that's where they're stuck in. And keep the ones that are, seeing through the heart. They will go. I just tell you right now, they will. Because you're vibrating it higher. And the higher you get, the old will not be able to come with the new. I thank all of you for sticking around. And subscribe, like, and share. And have a beautiful day. And remember, unmotivated doesn't mean that you're just getting weaker or you just don't care, because that's not it at all. God's slowing everybody down. And I do mean everybody. And yes, your circle of friends will change.